Most people believe that the less salt you eat, the healthier your heart will be. At first glance, that sounds completely logical, but eating too little salt may also increase cardiovascular risk. Let's look at what the science actually shows. For years, the World Health Organization has recommended limiting sodium intake to no more than 2 grams per day, which equals about 1 teaspoon of salt. This recommendation is based on strong evidence. High salt intake raises blood pressure, and high blood pressure increases the risk of heart attack and stroke. The mechanism is straightforward. Salt causes the body to retain fluid. Increased fluid raises blood volume, and higher blood volume increases pressure inside the arteries. That relationship is well established. However, the overall picture may be more complex. Historically, people in Japan consumed more salt than Americans, yet Japan has one of the longest life expectancies in the world. This observation does not mean salt is protective, but it suggests that the relationship between sodium intake and heart disease may not be purely linear. A large international study attempted to explore this question. It was called the PURE study, which stands for Prospective Urban-Rural Epidemiology. Researchers followed more than 200,000 people across 27 countries, and the results were published in the Lancet. The findings were unexpected. Individuals with very low sodium intake had higher cardiovascular mortality. Those with moderate intake had the lowest risk. People with very high intake showed increased risk, although not dramatically higher. The data formed what researchers describe as a J-shaped curve, meaning both very low and very high intake were associated with increased risk, while moderate intake appeared safest. One possible explanation involves the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system. When sodium levels drop too low, the body interprets this as a stress signal. It responds by increasing certain hormones and tightening blood vessels, processes that over time may negatively affect cardiovascular health. There are important limitations to consider. The PURE study was observational and cannot establish cause and effect. Sodium intake was estimated indirectly, and individuals with existing illness may have consumed less salt for medical reasons. For this reason, these findings should not be interpreted as encouragement to increase salt consumption. Instead, the evidence suggests that extreme restriction may not be appropriate for everyone. For most healthy adults, a moderate intake of approximately 5 to 7 grams of salt per day appears reasonable, not excessively low, not excessively high. It is also important to remember that the primary concern today is often not the salt added at the table, but the hidden sodium found in processed foods. The key message is balance. Salt is neither a poison nor a miracle nutrient. As in many areas of medicine, the dose determines the effect. If you found this information useful, feel free to share your perspective in the comments. Do you actively limit salt intake, or is this something you have not considered before? In the next video, we will discuss who truly requires strict sodium restriction and who may not. Take care of your heart. It works continuously to support you every day.